Hola from the west side. It is me, DC the Purple Diva, and welcome to Not So Random Chat. Friday flavor. It's Friday night, y'all. Happy Friday. I hope everybody has had a great week. I myself have had a good week. I only had to work 2 days out of this week. Yesterday and today. I was off the rest of the week celebrating my birthday. Hey, 1SP, yes, you are number one. And FYI, I have finished your playlist. I finished your playlist. Yeah. You had a long one like I do, but I don't mind. I just wanted to let you know that I did finish it. I think I finished it yesterday. Yeah, I'm coming on a little later, But I'm here. I know mine might be crazy. But I went through all your live streams. Yeah, I played all of the live streams that were in the playlist. You probably added some more since I started it. But yeah, and today I ran 2 other playlists for 2 other YouTubers, and I have 2 more that are running over the weekend. You're very welcome, 1SP. You're very welcome. And thank you for running mine as well. I appreciate it. We all trying to get our hours. Yeah, we're all trying to get those hours. Let me see who else is in the chat. Hi, Mangled Nerdy. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming, new friend. It's the Friday night flavor. So, what I always do on Friday night is I ask people to have whatever their libation is. For those of us who don't drink, it can be some tea or some coffee, and, those who do drink, well, it's, whatever they choose. It could even be water, because water's a good thing to be drinking. But, and we just, chit chat about a lot of different things. I feel sorry for people when you get monetized and have to run your pay. I know, but I'm just trying to do what I got to do. When I get monetized, I know I probably won't be doing the lives like every single night, but I still will be doing them several times a week because I like doing the lives. So I'm not going to stop doing them. But I know some people, when they get monetized, they stop. They don't do any more lives, and they just, rely on their videos. But 4,000 hours is a lot, and you have to still maintain that every year. So I suggest they continue doing lives, but that's just my opinion. And I like the fact that, that many YouTubers do lives because it allows you to get to know the content creator, especially, those who are doing their videos are like, maybe like vlogs, or if they're doing DIY videos, you know, to me, the live streams are more personal. Yeah, but it is the Sabbath. Happy Sabbath to you, 1SP. My best friend, who like me grew up in Roman Catholicism, is Seventh-day Adventist now. She's SDA. And when she became SDA, she, she's one of the those that are SDA that like really follow Leviticus. So she really follows Leviticus as far as the dietary stuff. But not everybody in her SDA household does that. Some of them do eat meat, but her and one of her daughters are like strict vegans. Like they don't eat any meat, no dairy products, all of that. They don't eat any types of, the scavengers of the sea that I love to eat. But yeah, so it's the Sabbath. That's the one thing I like with my friends who are SDA, once they stopped going to church on Sunday, they're like, well, Saturday's the Sabbath. I said, well, the Sabbath is from Friday night to Saturday evening. I'm like, and it's always been the Sabbath. Nobody's disputing that. Hey, Unstoppable Queen Donna Marie. Thank you for coming. Yeah, so, and those of us who honor the Lord, we don't have a problem, with the Sabbath. I mean, why would we? It's the seventh day of the week. It's the day that the Lord rested. So it's the day that we're supposed to rest. As opposed to the first day, which we do rest. A lot of people rest. Not that many people rest on the seventh day of the week. A lot of people do not honor the Sabbath. But I wouldn't say that the Sabbath has changed. But I know that I spoke on this on yesterday evening, but I'm going to speak on this again. And this is the Gayle King situation in regards to her bringing up the dismissed sexual assault rape case against Kobe Bryant.
Boo!
And so now she's got Oprah in it with her. And let me just state for the record, I don't agree with people sending, death threats to her, that kind of stuff. That's utterly wrong. But as far as people dragging her online, well, I'm okay with that. And here's why. Because she basically threw the network under the bus on this. When we all know that the network couldn't make her do that. She's paid way too much money. So I know people don't honor either day. You're right about that one, SP. So now she's got Oprah boohooing on her behalf. But I'm sorry, Oprah, we don't hear you. We don't hear you, Oprah, because of the BS that you yourself have done to Black men. without rhyme or reason. So if they were attacking, if she was going after people like Harvey Weinstein or Matt Lauer, you know, the guy that was on, what was he on, NBC or something? Yeah, that one. They were, you know, talking about them in the same regard, then, you know, we might not be looking at them crazy, but you only go after Black men. And okay, the networks might not understand how it looks, but you know exactly how it looks, Miss Gayle King. So nobody feels sorry for you with your millions of dollars salary. We don't feel sorry for you. And Lisa Leslie, the classy lady that she was, tried to get you to not ask the question. And nobody believes that you're really sorry. You're just sorry that you got backlash, major backlash. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Mangled Nerdy. It just was in such poor taste. And she did not back off. So is she really sorry? The man is not even in the ground. This particular case, the woman didn't even, first of all, the woman didn't come in, refused to testify. There were other factors that I went over last night, and I don't like trashing people because she had some mental issues going on as well. So that, you know, may have been part of the reason why she decided to say that this happened with Kobe when she was having sex with multiple men. So, and Gail's not the only one that was trying to drag this crap up. We know that it was in a lot of the mainstream media that they would mention this stuff. But as a Black journalist, you know, so you knew it wasn't okay for everybody else to do it. So why did you think it was okay for you to do it? Hey, Terry. You know, I mean, Oprah is not helping your case, Gail. She's not. And you are being dragged all over social media. You're being dragged all over YouTube. You're being dragged all over Black Twitter. You're being dragged all over Facebook. You're being dragged on Instagram. You know, and like I said, the death threat part, you know, that's not cool. But just people saying their piece, we have freedom of speech. We can do that. And if you are so dense that you do not understand what the issue is, woman, all I can do is shake my head because you're not stupid. Hey, Matt. You know, so she'll be okay, y'all. She will survive all of us going at her. She will survive it. You know, Supposedly, she's losing sleep right now because of this, crying herself to sleep. Y'all want me to get out my violins? Because that's how I feel. Let me get out my violin. It was inappropriate. And the thing is that, see, what she doesn't understand is that what she did, this is not someone who was just in the media in this country. What she did resonated internationally. So that's the other reason you were not sensitive to the family, the parents, the wife, the kids, who may not even know about this incident that happened before, I don't know, they were born. So, yeah. Or I think in the case of the oldest one, she was probably a baby. I don't believe her. I think she is a coward in throwing the network under the bus. I'm not sympathetic to her tears in the least bit. And she should have had more respect for the dead. Doesn't matter if everybody else was doing it. She is a Black person, and a Black woman should not have done that. It wasn't appropriate. Wait till the man's in the ground before you guys start bringing up nonsense that doesn't even matter. You know, hey, Takara. Thank you for coming, girl. See, you still got your wrench. But in happier news, if you haven't seen it already, please go take a look. I have like a real quick 1-minute video out there thanking all of my YouTube family for bringing me to 1.5K subscribers. So it's a real quick one I put out there for you guys. Just my thank you. And to everyone in the chat, thank you for coming in tonight. Thank you for coming in tonight. But yeah, back to Gail. Y'all, she's in her 60s, right? Yeah. She knows better. She knows better. Hey, Pamela. How are you? How are you feeling, Miss Pamela? Yeah, Unstoppable Donna Marie. Unstoppable Donna Marie. My middle name is Maria. Yep. My middle name is Maria. Yeah, Miss Pam is here. All my folk are in the chat. I actually went to some really nice live streams today. Not really. I wasn't really out there trying to network today. I was just, well, I was networking, but I wasn't actually trying to network. You know, I was really just kind of listening to things that people had in their live stream. You know, shouts out to Uppity Unicorn for putting out a little video on, as she called it, Gail Gate. And shouts out to Deacons of Defense for the live that he had earlier. I was driving while I was listening to it, but it was a really good live. If you didn't have a chance to listen to it, please go back and listen to the replay of it. He had Light Bearer up on the panel with him, and they had a very interesting chat. Let me see what he said. If the widow forgave him and God did. Exactly, 1SP. Exactly. Move on. Move on. Because it really boiled down. He did cheat. He broke his marriage vows. You know, and I don't know if a lot of you guys remember, but before this incident ever happened, Kobe in his youthful arrogance, and I'm going to say in his youthful arrogance, got on TV in a conference, one of the news conferences with the you know, the reporters, and said, "I'm married." He said, "Ladies, you see this? I'm a married man. I am never going to cheat on my wife." And y'all always know, never say never. So he put a target on his back. This incident happened after that. Dude put a target on his back. Not saying he was right in the cheating, but I'm saying that by making that statement, he pretty much put it out there, inviting people to come and try to tempt him. And it humbled him, because he definitely changed after that. Bet he never cheated on her again. You know, and I really hope that all of these crazy stories that are going on in regards to his wife, you know, I hope that they go away. You know, a lot of people are making all kinds of speculations, and you know, I'm not gonna do that. I do think the circumstances of his death were very, very odd. I've heard stories that his wife did not want him to get on the helicopter that morning. I don't know if that's true or not. You know, but if she did ask him not to get on it, and he did get on it with their daughter, and then this happened, I don't even want to think about how that's making her feel. You know, and then you know, there's some other rather nasty rumors in regards to the state of their marriage. You know, so, but it really doesn't matter, because at the time of his death, they were still married and they were still living in the same house. There was no legal separation. Whatever all of these stories are going on, they don't really matter. They don't really matter. Because that all stopped, whatever it was. She's the grieving widow at this point, you know. And, you know, until proven otherwise, you know, by, you know, my spirit, you know, or some other situation, I'm going to look at her in that way, you know, and just really, you know, pray for the family, Oh yeah, I heard about that, Pamela. I heard that Bill Cosby tweeted from jail. I don't even follow him on Twitter, so because I didn't even. Here's the thing: I didn't even know he still had a Twitter account. I think I unfollowed him a long time ago because I believe I used to follow him, but when all that stuff came out about him, yeah, no, I no longer followed him on Twitter, and that was on my old account that got hacked. So definitely wasn't following him on the account that I have now. I know it's just a lot of past stuff. It's like, what does it matter right now? Is it pertinent to? Is it pertinent to the fact that this man is dead? Is it pertinent to that, or do you just want to bring? Or do you just want to badmouth a black man? Because that's all you've been doing, Miss Gayle King. You and your girl Oprah. That's what y'all do. That's what y'all do. With no facts. With no facts. With no facts. Yeah, they keep saying that stuff about he has sons or whatever, but hey, let's see him pop up. Show him to us. Stop talking about it and be about it. If it's real, make it plain. And stop slandering the man if you're just doing this for attention. Just stop it. He wasn't a perfect person, but he deserves to rest in peace and to be remembered for what he wanted to be remembered for. That he was a great father. That's what he wanted to be remembered for. And he died doing exactly what he wanted to be remembered for, being a great father. I don't know how many of you guys followed Kobe on Instagram. I did. I still do, obviously. But all he was doing is he would post like stuff with his kids. Dressed up like princesses with them. He was definitely into the dad thing. He embraced being a father. And sadly, that was the reason why he was doing helicopters. That's why he even started doing them. I don't know what his oldest daughter is doing. I don't know what she was doing. The younger ones, the oldest one, I know she was like he had been talking about when she was getting her license. But I don't think she was into basketball. Exactly, Pamela. And those are the things that we should be talking about as regards to this man's life. He was only 41 years old, and he did more more good things in his 41 years than this unfortunate event where, as far as we can see, he cheated on his wife. He committed adultery. And he unfortunately committed adultery with someone who was not a stable person. So, you know that they're going to do a tribute to Kobe on Sunday at the Oscars because he was a filmmaker and won an Oscar. He deserves a tribute. So they're going to be doing a tribute to him, and I believe they're going to be doing a tribute to Kirk Douglas, who just died this week. That's the second person. Because y'all know it always happens in threes. Kirk Douglas was the second person. I just pray, that it's a long time before the third person. Yeah, I mean, I know that a lot of people feel some kind of way because Kobe's wife is Latina, she's not Black, but his daughters are, or they're mulatto, whatever you want to call them. They're Afro-Latina, like myself, and we don't really know a lot about Vanessa because they were very, very private. But I think that we'll know who she is because she's going to be forced into the limelight now because she's basically going to be doing, whatever she needs to do to make sure that their foundation moves forward and that the Mamba Academy moves forward. That's all falls on her now. Yeah, I followed him on Instagram. I follow a lot of people on Instagram. I follow Gabrielle Union. I follow Rachel True. Y'all know who she is? The girl that was in that movie, The Craft, the Black girl in The Craft. Yeah, she's like in her 50s now. She's in my age range, so I follow her. Oh, Half Baked, yeah. Oh, yeah, she was in Half Baked too, with Dave Chappelle. Let's see, and then she was in that show that was on. I think it was on the WB or the CW. What was it? Half and Half. It was her and Essence Atkins. They played half sisters that like lived upstairs and downstairs from each other in a building that their father owned. So I follow her. She's like really in the does a lot of editing and stuff, and does uploads a lot of stuff on her Instagram that's like with all kinds of effects and stuff that she's figured out. Who else do I follow? Oh, I follow I followed Nipsey Hussle. I follow Lauren London. I follow Ruth Carter. And if you don't know who Ruth Carter is, she is a costume designer, and she did costumes in most of Spike Lee's movies. And she's the one who did the costuming in Black Panther for Wakanda. I know her from the 1 year that I went to HBCU, because she went to Hampton. And I was the only non-drama major in the Hampton Players. So I know her. I know Roby Reed. I know Eric Payne, who's an actor. All of them were in the Hampton Players with me. And then they went on to do all that stuff with Spike Lee. Yeah, Kobe got that Oscar. So they're going to be, but they're going to be doing like a special honor for Kobe since his death is so, so recent. And I think they would do it, I believe that even if he had died later on in life, I think he would have ended up with getting an Oscar thing because he was developing films and stuff. That's what this was what his next chapter was going to be. Was as a filmmaker, and he wanted to make films for kids. So, they're going to do, so that's what they're saying. They're going to do that on Sunday. I told you guys that Elton John is also going to be doing something in the Oscars. He's going to be doing some type of tribute. I forget who the tribute's for. But yeah, Elton John is going to be there. And apparently he was supposed to be somewhere else. I think he was supposed to be at, either he was supposed to be, I want to say he was supposed to be doing a show in Auckland, New Zealand on Sunday, and he changed the show so that he could do the Oscars. Of course. Yeah, so Sir Elton John will be there. The director of our choir at church is going to actually be one of his background singers for that. Because he's hiring in local talent. Which is what, that's what a lot of artists do when they do stuff, outside of their tour stuff. If they're going to do a show someplace, they'll just hire in local talent. Well, her son, two of her sons, well, all three of her sons are in the industry, and she also is in the industry. But, her youngest son is the artist Sir. And obviously, if you're not a millennial, you probably don't know him. He sings this song called Ooh Na Na Na. And he's signed to Kendrick Lamar's label. So he's one of Kendrick Lamar's artists. Her middle son, D Smoke, is the one who just won the first season of Rhythm and Flow on Netflix. And he just put out an audio for a song on YouTube, on his YouTube channel. His YouTube channel is D Smoke. And his mom, Jackie, sings at the end of it. And then the oldest brother, Davion, he does a lot of stuff internationally. He's really popular internationally, but he is an R&B singer. All of them can sing. All of them can sing. When they were kids, they were signed to a record deal. But now each one of them is doing their own thing musically. And their mom is the choir director at our church. But in addition to that, I mean, you know, she still sings because there's like several gospel songs that she wrote that other people sing. Like, she wrote this song called My Help, which is based on Psalms 44. But even though our choir sang it originally, people know more of the Brooklyn Mass Choir singing the song. And she wrote this song called Perpetual Praise, which we're the ones who basically sang that one. And that one got some airplay, but she also, if you guys, for everyone who saw The Color Purple, in the scene, the church scene, where Suge is walking towards the church, and then her sister is in the church singing that song, just saying, yeah, yeah, yeah. That part. The one who's singing that part is my choir director. She was doing the singing. The girl who was in the church was lip syncing, just like, you know, Margaret Avery was lip syncing because that was, you know, Tata Vega who was singing her part. That's an FYI for you guys. Well, you know, I don't know. And here's the thing, Matt, in regards to Kendrick, like when D Smoke won on Rhythm and Flow, people have started to compare him to Kendrick, but they are not the same. Even though they both are considered conscious rappers, they're not rapping about the same thing. And then, in addition to being a rapper, you know, D Smoke is a producer, you know, a songwriter. You know, he has an ASCAP. He's the one who wrote the song Never for Jaheim. So they ain't even the same. You know, he's classically trained pianist. He's a school teacher who speaks fluent Spanish. But they try to compare the two because they both have dreads and they're both conscious rappers. Makes total sense to people who are outside of hip hop. But for those of us who can see the difference, makes no sense. I don't know when Kendrick's going to do anything else. I think he's the busy developing artist. I'm reading what one SP is saying. This is how Kobe made it further than any NBA. NBA retiree. He was being about in his death at 41 by reporters. Well, in their 60s. Yep. Exactly. Something that happened in his 20s. You know, I mean, because, you know, like we all know that it'll be death of senility, you know, no matter what Chris Brown does, he will always be known as a beater, as, you know, woman beater. Yeah, always going to be known. Doesn't matter what he does. But in Kobe's case, and this is my opinion, he should not be known or ever referred to as a rapist because No rape occurred. He cheated on his wife. But yet and still people bring up this story. You know, and Gayle King, shame on her, jumping on the bandwagon. Don't she understand that does she not understand her doing that makes everybody else think that what they're doing is okay? Because she did it. She just doesn't understand. She's all about that money. Hey, Miss Uppity. I gave you a shout out earlier about your Gayle Gate video. Tupac is not considered a rapist. I like Tupac. I think that he was a street prophet. And he didn't use his gifts, and his gifts were snuffed out. But I think he knew that he wasn't going to be here for a long time. I really do. That's one who I think knew they weren't going to be here. He seemed to not expect to live to see his 30th birthday. You know? I mean, both he and Biggie were like prophetically saying how they were going to die. And then they died in the way that they said they were going to die. Crazy. You know? I remember she visited Tupac in prison. You know? Too bad she didn't advise her friend Gayle King against doing what she did in that interview. You know? That was just foolishness on her part. Yeah, he did. I remember that, Matt. He did rap about it. Yeah. But yeah, Gayle's just gonna have to. She's just gonna have to put on a big girl panties and ride this one out. She's just gonna have to put on a big girl panties and ride this one out. Oh, David is gone. I forgot to tell you guys. No, David's here. David is with his dad until Sunday. He left me. That's okay, because tomorrow night, guys, I'm not going to be doing Not So Random Chat because I have a date. I'm going to a concert. You know, part of my birthday stuff. So I won't be going live tomorrow night because I have a date. But I might come on during the day tomorrow. But yeah, tomorrow night I have a date. I'm going to a concert. I'm going to get cute. I'm going to put on my little black dress. Gonna put on my little black dress, y'all. You know, every woman has to have a little black dress. And I have a little black dress. And I'm not ashamed to say that the little black dress that I have had since before my son was born. And it still fits. It still fits. It still fits. It's cute too. It is so cute. I'm gonna have to take a picture in it and post it on my community tab. Who am I going to see? I'm actually going to a benefit concert for a diabetes foundation. But it's like a pre-Valentine's Day concert with some local singers. You know, so it's a benefit. I went to one like last year. And last year, when I went to the one last year, I took my son. This time I'm taking a date. Hi, how are you, Akwaba? How are you? Welcome. Thank you for coming. Yeah, so, it's going to be some local, singers supporting. They all can really, really sing, So it's going to be a really nice concert. It's like it's in one of the local cities. Next weekend, I may go to one of the big concerts. There's like an oldies concert next weekend. Like 90s artists like Brownstone, Genuine, Tyrese. Yeah, like that. And that is supposed to be like at the concert venue that is very close to where I live. So I might go to that too next weekend. I told y'all when it's February, because it's my birthday month, I like to celebrate the whole month. I'm like that. I am like that about my B-Day. Hi, King Lash, and hi, are you guys? Hi, King Tash. And Grego. How are you? Let's see. It is still, believe it or not, where I am, it is still Friday night. Still Friday night. Because I am in the Pacific time zone. So I still have like an hour left of Friday. Joe, yeah, I think Joe is at 1SP. I think Joe is on the bill for this thing as well. I do believe he is also on the lineup. I love Joe. I like the 90s artist, y'all. So, And I love Brownstone. They don't do a whole lot of performances anymore. One of the members of the group left, and then now she's come back. Because I think like she almost like lost her voice. She wasn't supposed to sing. So she had to stop singing. This is back in the day. But yeah, like Niecy Gilbert. Oh yeah. And she did a CD by herself because I actually bought it. But yeah, it's gonna be a good lineup and for Valentine's Day weekend. There's like people all gonna be all around town in the Los Angeles area next weekend. I think on Valentine's Day, Y'all remember Michael Henderson? Do y'all remember him? Y'all know the guy that sang that song, Wide Receiver? Wide Receiver. Wide Receiver. Yeah, that song. He also sang some romantic songs. He's supposed to be in concert doing a Valentine's Day concert on Valentine's Day. But I don't think he has enough songs for me. I'd rather go to a concert where it's like a bunch of different groups. Unless it's somebody like, I don't know, like Raheem Devon. Yeah. I could just sit there and just listen to him sing. I love Raheem Devon. I love him. And he puts on the best shows. And it doesn't hurt that he's from DC. Doesn't hurt that he's from my hometown. And he's like the neo-soul Marvin Gaye. Because, you know, he's into all the conscious stuff and everything as well. You know, but he's, you know, his songs are definitely very, very sexual and very, you know, over there. But he's also the one who wrote that song, Bob. And Bob is called, stands for Battery Operated Boyfriend. Yeah. He also wrote that song too. His song is kind of funny to me, though. Y'all have to check it out. I think it is on his YouTube channel. Because he has a YouTube channel. Yeah, he's a good singer. Now, he's one of those ones who started out independent. And then he got signed by the record label. And he got a Grammy nomination when he was on Jive Records. But after he fulfilled his commitment to the record label, he left and went back to independent because he figured out that he made more money independent than he did with the record label. And now that he had gotten a Grammy nomination with the record label, he could go back to being independent because, you know, once you're Grammy nominated, even if you never win a Grammy, you will always be referred to as Grammy nominated. That will always come before your name when they introduce you. And most artists know that. So that was all he needed because you got to think about it. How many artists, out of all the artists that get signed, actually get a Grammy nomination, no matter how good they are? Think about it. Frankie Beverly and Mace never got nominated for a Grammy. Never. They haven't even gotten a Lifetime, and they might want to do it before he dies. I'm just saying. They may want to do it before, you know, while Frankie Beverly is still here. Matt, Ray Parker Jr. and Radio, one of my favorite groups. I love Ray Parker Jr. Yes. And y'all know, because I've already said how old I am. I've given it up. I'm 57. When I was in high school, yeah, Ray Parker Jr. would be in concert when he was with Radio, and he always would wear these tight, hot pink pants that would, you know, be pressing so you would see certain private parts poking through the pants. Yeah, I remember that as a high school girl. And now Ray Parker Jr., if y'all think about it, he really doesn't sing. He talks. He's not really singing. He's talk singing. But he can play that guitar. You know, he's not like Prince, who could sing and play the guitar. But he was sexy. You know, he was sexy. He has a son too. His son is in the music business too. All right, thank you so much for coming, Mango Nerdy. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. R&B is dead. I'm just reading what I missed in the chat. Yeah, I mean, I liked like Jack and Jill. That's like one of my favorite songs. Yep, that's one of my favorite songs, Jack and Jill. Or, you know, one of the songs he did by himself, When a Woman Needs Love. Or, I'm in love with the other woman. Don't get me started on Ray Parker Jr. Yeah, I mean, Genuine actually, 1SP, there's a couple of songs that he did, like around the time that his parents, because you know he lost both of his parents like right when he came out, but there's a couple of songs that he sang where he really sang. Now my favorite song by Genuine is In Those Jeans, because I think about men in those jeans. I know, but that's the way I looked at it. I thought about it from that perspective, but I like that song by him. But I also like, what was that? Differences. That song. That was a beautiful song. Bill Withers. Way before his time. There's a documentary about the record company that he was originally signed to on Netflix. And Bill Withers is in that documentary. Yeah. Ain't No Sunshine When She's Gone. And Lean on Me. Both of those. Classics. Oh yeah, I love Pony. That was a good song. And then I can't remember, what was one of the Aaliyah songs, he was in her video. I can't remember which one it was. Rest in peace, Aaliyah. Oh yes, Lovely Day. I love that song. Matter of fact, I was just listening to that song the other day. Yeah, So Anxious by Genuine. That was a good song. You know, he has some good songs, but you know, I think the Genuine, you know, has gotten a little messed up, you know. I think, and I'm just gonna say, I think losing his parents, both of his parents, at the, you know, so early in his career had a major effect on him, you know, and I do think that he had had some issues with some, you know, alcohol, allegedly. So that may have impacted, you know, his current vocal abilities as well. Because, you know, they had TGT. It was Tank, Genuine, and Tyrese, you know. And what a lot of people don't know is that Tank started out as a backup singer for Genuine because they're both from DC. Oh, did I say that Genuine is also from DC and Tank is from DC? Y'all know how I'll tell y'all when singers are from DC? Yes, I will. Roberta Flack, yeah. The Duke, Ellington, that is. Marvin Gaye. Okay, I'm done for right now. I'm sorry. A. Marie. Maya. I'm done, y'all, for now. And I just told you who one of his background vocalists was. One is Pete Tank. Tank started out as Genuine's background vocalist because they're both from DC. I'm listening. Oh, y'all over here messing around. I'm not paying attention to you, Matt and Pam. I'm not gonna pay attention to y'all. I'm just gonna keep reading the rest of the chat. No. But we always have fun in the chat, y'all. Especially on Friday nights. Friday is the best night because I don't have to go to work the next day. And my son is gone this Friday. And I'm glad he went to go spend some time with his dad so he can get, you know, maybe work out some of his testosterone. You know, and I don't have to be a part of it. But seriously, in all seriousness, you guys, he's getting much, much better. He is. But it's not by choice. He's being forced. You know, I had to bring in my bring the cavalry in to help me with this stuff. So, you know, my village is helping me to get things the way that they need to be with my son, you know, but it's gonna be an intense process because, you know, he still has to go through the behavior therapy as well as what, you know, things that we're doing in the home, you know, and it's really gonna be on him, you know, to internalize and, you know, get to be able to recover from some of the symptoms that he has so that he's able to live, you know, a more productive life, because that's all we want for him. It's all we want for him, you know, because, you know, I don't mind being my son's caregiver, you know, but sometimes he minds. Sometimes, you know, he wants to do stuff on his own and he can't, and it frustrates him. So that's why I'm trying to help him to get to the point where he barely needs me, you know, and hopefully to the point where he doesn't need me at all, where he can help me, because I'm going to be old at some point and I'm going to need some help, you know, but I'm going to get ready to close it down, you guys, because it is getting past my hour, and I only do the longer ones up to 2 hours. If, we're having like a panelist up here, and it's just me tonight. So let me come on camera. Y'all know I always come on camera now before I get off of here. So y'all know it's really me. Hey guys, see, I'm right here. So I will be probably on During the Day tomorrow because, move the hair out my face, because I have a date tomorrow night. But until the next time that we meet, you guys, thank y'all all for coming. I appreciate everyone for being here, sticking it out in the chat. Y'all could have been anywhere else, but y'all chose to come out and hang with me. So until then, I offer you guys peace. There we go. Peace. And blessings, guys. Namaste. From the west side. I'll see you guys. I'll be popping in sometime tomorrow during the day. Okay? Bye, everybody.